What's up, YouTube? It's me, the true Star Screamer, at your service. And yeah, that's right, we're doing another review. What can I say? The last one definitely got the creative juices flowing. So as I get more stuff, we're gonna try to do more reviews, more fun stuff. And of course, you can see pictures at my Instagram, at True Star Screamer. Don't forget, you can catch me every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Figure Action Podcast, and TikTok too, at True Star Screamer. And yeah, we got something fun tonight. This is from McFarlane. This is their their Page Punchers series, which, okay, I don't quite get that whole thing, but it's John Constantine, the Hellblazer, and I've been wanting a great figure of him for a long time. He did, of course, make it into the DC mainstream universe through Justice League Dark. You know, I loved his Vertigo stuff. The Page Punchers stuff comes with a comic book, so I guess this is the pages. The thing with the Page Puncher series, apparently they all come with the same comic book. So you buy all the figures and you get 4 issues of the same book. You know, if it was like a part 1, 2, 3, and 4, I would be all for it. Then I'd have even more incentive to buy all 4. But for me, not really. So I got one and I'm done. He does come with the usual McFarlane stand, and he comes with a book. He comes with this awesome effect hand, and he comes with a little gesturing hand. So we'll get a little more into it. Let me go ahead and pop this out. And oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. These pop in and out, and I really wish more McFarlane figures came with stuff like this. So I am happy he has effects. You got the little pentagram here, just glued onto there, which I really don't. I like that a lot. Give me more stuff like this, Todd. Give me more. Let's talk about, box is nice, and you get your McFarlane trading card. Stuff on the back. John Constantine wields the dark. Let's try this again. John Constantine wields the dark arts to save his soul as well as Earth itself. An expert sorcerer and magician, Constantine isn't known for his glowing personality. But when it comes to the occult, he's the best investigator there is. A notorious man with skeletons in his closet, Constantine's moral compass is as gray as can be. But deep down, he wants to do the right thing. Not really, he doesn't. I loved the Constantine TV show that NBC had, and I was happy when they put him back in on Legends of whatever the Legend series is. I kind of got out of it right there. But, and then the Keanu Reeves movie, it's fun, but if you know the comic, the Keanu Reeves movie annoys you, but I'm happy they're doing a sequel. And I am rambling. So this is a lot of your basic McFarlane fare. You've got the diaper piece on here, which kind of prevents the legs from standing perfectly straight, but that's why they give you these stands. But with a little finagling, he can do so. There's things I definitely like about this figure, and there are things that annoy me. Some things actually kind of surprised with how Todd works, because he likes those perfect sculpts. The jacket is beautifully sculpted. Lots of nice folds onto it. Belt is good. I like how some of these pieces, the soft plastics off to the sides. The jacket itself is glued to the torso. I mean, you can kind of tear it off, but these arms, they're not bare arms, so I wouldn't bother taking off the jacket. His face sculpt is on point. I can't tell if these are doing the side eye or not. Let me bring this up. Bring it a little closer. So with the face sculpt, it's devilish. I like it. The hair has multi-grades to it, a lot of depth to it. Actually, the hair looks a lot better in person than it does on the box. I can't tell if he's giving a side eye or not, because these eyes really follow you very well. So, very nice, Todd. Whoever did the face sculpt on this. So, okay, now we got back to the full view on here. The pants, nice, wrinkly. I get what they're going here with the torn jeans look. But this is just like, I can't tell if this is just like a skin style sticker or a paint job. It looks a little cheap on there. I mean, from a distance, you're first looking at it, oh, he's got a scraped knee, and the paint's pretty close to the skin. But I'll have to see if that, again, if that's a sticker, maybe I'll just run a little more beige paint in there just to kind of give it a little better feel to it. He's got the usual typical McFarlane ball joints here. Because of the pants ankles here, which look good, but the heel doesn't always bend back. So that makes it a little more of a challenge for having him stand and get in the right position, because then he'll tend to fall backwards because I can't tilt the ankles right. But he does have a toe tilt, which is more than I could say for most Spider-Man figures. It does not have thigh swivel, sort of. A fun thing you can do with the McFarlane figures, if you want, you can actually cut in here and you can give yourself a little more thigh swivel. And with the jacket, that would hide that. That's up to you. Double jointed elbows. Double jointed knees. That looks ugly. That is really ugly. So I'm not sure that makes me happy. That doesn't make me too thrilled. I almost would have preferred a single jointed knee. I can't believe I'm saying that. But this just, ugh, not the cleanest. You have to pick on how you do this. Ball joint up here, waist swivel. So there's probably, this is a floating piece to a barbell up to the torso. Neck bends really well, and we do have bicep swivel. So you could, yeah, that looks kind of goofy. I'm not, he's got the art, it's weird. This is like, Todd doesn't like double jointed elbows for some things, like the Batman and stuff, and this is one where I actually probably would have been happy with single jointed elbows, but pick your battles. I want to talk about these pegs. This is ugly as hell. I would love to have had this peg skin toned, because you can see when you pull up the arm here, you see that little bit of green color going into the hand. It's like he's got green skin and he's wearing flesh colored gloves. One thing I do like is the shirt slightly poking out. That was a nice touch. So they do that, and then he goes cheap on the pegs. Go figure. That being said, there, again, of course, with McFarlane stuff, there's a few improvements I would like to have seen paint-wise. I do like that the belt is painted. That's great. I've gotten through a lot of figures where this gets skipped over. I think after we do the main part of this video, I'm actually going to do a little bit of painting on this guy. I am actually going to put a black wash over the jackets. I think I'm going to add a little silver paint to the jacket buckle. I like that. And I'm debating if I'm going to put a dry brushing over the jeans. But like I said, it's a Todd McFarlane figure. I have yet to see one that knocks it completely out of the park. What I can say is this is probably one of the best John Constantine figures out there, until the Mezco one comes out. But, and I do have that on order. But let's see how this guy looks with next to other figures. So let's put the peg back in. Get this guy standing solid. And like I said, one of the things I do like about this, I love the fact he comes with the book that actually has a pentagram engraved on there. The bindings are great. There's little bindings on the inside. I would love to have had something printed on here. I know my daughter has actually mentioned she might take a paintbrush and do some squiggles on here, which I'd be all for that. I might even just dry brush in here to make the pages look a little more weathered. I'm debating on that, but that's not a major thing. And once again, I love this. This is probably one of my favorite effect pieces they've done since some of the Green Lantern stuff. But let's talk size comparisons, because you know I love my photography. This being McFarlane kind of limits what I can photograph him with. So first things we're going to start off with is a Storm Collectibles Scorpion. Yeah. I am not sure how I would put him in the video game. He would probably just sit off to the side and talk him into like selling his soul. But first and foremost, yeah, that is perfect. Go ahead, write your fan fiction, kids. We've got figures for it. So, with the Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles, I'm all for that. Next, though, I'm going to try that. Next, I'm going to pull this with another McFarlane figure, the Demon. This is one, by the way, I have repainted. I did do a dry brush on the face and on the webbing, which, again, really brought out the sculpt, because McFarlane has great sculpts, but they could always just use a little bit of love. Again, the Demon's supposed to be a larger character. They look very good together. Definitely, I could do some photography with this. Both comics have been written by Garth Ennis, by the way, so I haven't seen too many crossovers with them. I'm kind of surprised. Next, I'm going to go with Neca. So, you read from the book. Yeah. This is... Well, again, I guess you could say Constantine's a taller guy. Maybe he's about 6 foot, and Bruce Campbell's maybe closer to 5'8". Being somebody who's 5'6", they're both taller than me anyway. But, I could probably come up with something with this, so I'm good for that. Finally... Let's talk 6-inch figures. Constantine, meet Doctor Strange. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. No. Maybe some forced perspective, but no, that ain't gonna happen. So maybe Todd was inspired by these hands, which have been kind of cool. I do admit these are nicer, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna say I think I still like this a little better, because with the additional paint. So, but no, that's not gonna work. Just for the heck of it, because I got it by here. Why not? It's an alien. They go well. Finally, the last comparison, the one I know you're all truly wanting to see. How does this bad boy stock up to the one and only Mr. G? Oh, hell yeah. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Mr. G looks great. So, we're gonna come back to this in a little bit. So I also grabbed Pinhead from Neca. I know I did the Ash, but this one I like and I don't like. Again, maybe a little forced perspective. I don't know how tall Doug Bradley is in real life. We'll have to look that up. But if Constantine was 6 foot, then this guy is, yeah, 6 foot, much even taller. Though they do look good together. This one might take a little bit of creative photography. Before I get my final thoughts, let's go ahead and do a quick little 360. You see how he looks. We're going to take this guy to the paint shop and see what we can do to improve him. So we will be right back right after these messages. Alright, so thanks to the magical world of editing, you get to see the final product. And yeah, it absolutely helps what I wanted to do. I took a I basically dry brushed the entire jacket. So it brings out the folds, a little bit on the pants, even on the shirt it helped out. So you get it just brings out all the definition. I cannot fault McFarlane sculpts at all. Just every now and then, but I always like to say they always get us just about there. I added a little more silver paint to the buckle on the jacket. I added some silver paint to the buttons. Even added a little silver to the buckle on his belt. Finally, I took a hobby knife and I split the fingers right here. And I took a toothpick, cut it down, painted it up, and he's got himself a smoke. Because, well, when is John not smoking? So, especially if you're familiar, if you've read the comic, you know it caused him a lot of trouble. But, and let me tell you, this hand is just perfect for that. Like, the angle, it's like Todd was ready for it. He wanted to do it, but he couldn't. Because if they can't if these guys can't hold pistols, they definitely can't hold a cigarette. It's like they did it with Wolverine. But, final thoughts on this. This is $25. You get the comic book, yay, and that's about it. Aside from that, it's a regular McFarlane figure. I mean, considering that a comic book these days goes for anywhere from like what, $2.95 to $3.50, I guess I can see that. I kind of wish the Page Punchers all had different comics. It would give me incentive to buy them all. The other ones haven't really quite caught my attention, but I've been wanting a Constantine. So if you've been wanting one and you don't want to shell out $100 for the Mezco, this, as of right now, is the best one you can find. You can do a little bit of improvements if you want. He's fine out of the box. Me, I'm very happy with what I did, and he will look great on my shelf. But that's my opinions. What do you guys think? Give me a like. Give us a comment down there. Heck, even if you say, "Hey Dave, your light's sucking," or whatever, let me know. I do want to mention that my little one actually helped me with the video editing tonight, so this has definitely been a family project. But again, you want to keep the views coming, keep the comments coming, and I will keep the reviews coming. Please, once again, check me up on Instagram at TrueStarScreamer. Check me every Thursday at the Figure Action Podcast. And you know what? We will see you next time, because dang it, there will be a next time. Later.